I think we can all agree that fighting Cao Cao is extremely reckless. How can we possibly hope to win against such numbers? Territory should not take priority over the safety of the people of Wu. Is it not said that needless bloodshed is the mark of a foolish leader?
I never thought I would witness the likes of Lord Zhengjiao, suggesting we kneel to a tyrant who manipulates the Emperor and exploits all in his path. The Yellow Turbans of Qing, the Heishen bandits. They gave in to Cao Cao and have achieved distinction under his command. But in reality, their lives have been robbed of all meaning, and they now exist as nothing more than toothless beasts at the mercy of the lash. Tyranny is all that lies at the end of the path to Cao Cao's feet. Once you become a slave to his power, it becomes impossible to break free. Do you really think we should abandon our pride and forsake our future just to avoid making the sacrifice necessary to protect them?
We do not find giving up on our land and our people to Cao Cao any more tolerable than you do. But if this is what it takes for our people's lives to be spared, then is it not the best decision we can make?
He's right. There is no reason for us to sacrifice ourselves for pride. We will eventually win back everything taken from us.
With all due respect, I am honestly a little disappointed in what I'm witnessing here. The Sun clan, renowned for its brave warriors, has such cowards for officers.
How dare you!
Lord Liu Bei has no land to call home, and what soldiers and retainers he does have are far fewer in number than those of Wu. In spite of all that, he has sworn to never bend the knee to Cao Cao, and has even sent me to Wu to negotiate an alliance. He does so to save the people of Jing, who regard him with love and respect. And when I arrive here, all I see is Wu, for all its advantages, cowering beneath the shadow of Cao Cao, considering no option but surrender. No matter how many talented officers you assemble, or how well you govern your people, that cowardice makes all of Wu far weaker than Liu Bei alone.
All Liu Bei does is flee from battle to battle. He fled from Ji, he fled from You, and from Shu as well. He certainly has more courage than most, but only the foolhardy charge into battle without the strength to prevail.
So, tell us, Lord Zhuge Liang, are we to assume that you have discovered a way to defeat such a massive force?
Yes. I came here knowing that if we fight alongside Wu in this battle, there is a way for us to win. But if the mere thought of having to face a powerful enemy has robbed you of the will to fight, I'll just have to come up with a new plan. Lord Sun Quan, I highly suggest you carefully consider your circumstances and your ability to lead.
Now look here.
I understand the doubts of Zhengjiao and the others very well. Lu Su and Lord Zhuge Liang have also made a strong case. We will end the discussion here for the time being. I need some time to gather my thoughts on what has been said. This is terrible. I'm a complete failure.
What do you mean by that?
My father laid the foundations, and my brother built Wu into the kingdom it is today. And yet I can't even muster up the courage to defend it. The shame that I feel is overwhelming. I know full well that we must fight. Yet, I can't help but realize how little chance we have of winning. War is crucial to the survival of the kingdom. But we should not fight battles we cannot win. This is a basic principle of warfare.
That is true. Lord Zhengzhao was not by any means mistaken in his reasoning. If both sides are correct in their own way, then all that is left is for you to make your choice.
Surrender and be trampled upon? Or fight and face certain defeat? I don't exactly have the best options to choose from.
Where did you get the idea that those were the only two paths? I think you should choose the third path. That is to say, you should bravely take the field, win the battle, and protect all that you hold dear. Is this not also what you had in mind, Lord Zhou?
Zhou, you have returned.
Yes, I've only just arrived. I'm a bit later than I had planned. But Lord Zhangjiao and the others sure were grumbling up a storm. Zhuge Liang must have really caused a commotion at the meeting.
Perhaps his words were a little too bitter for them to stomach.
He must have thought that such an approach would be the only thing that could bring Wu to its senses. But Zhuge Liang's words were not meant to merely aggravate or inspire. I think he may actually believe that we can win. He plans to lead Liu Bei to victory, even if it means wringing every last bit of strength out of Wu. He would not have voiced his discontent so strongly without firm conviction. They are fully committed to this fight. We must make use of that. My lord, I speak to you now as a loyal retainer of the House of Sun. I have prepared a secret strategy that will ensure Cao Cao's defeat, but this plan cannot work unless we are able to use Liu Bei's forces. With my plan and the brave warriors in our ranks, we can protect the lives of our people, the domain of Wu, and everything we hold dear.
But this matter has divided us into two separate factions. What can I possibly do to convince everyone to unite as one? Even the soundest strategy is meaningless without the will to fight.
I will explain to them that there is a path to victory, and then I will urge them to reconsider. And if that isn't enough to inspire them to take action, well, we'll just have to appeal to their hearts instead of their minds.
Now even Lord Zhou Yu is insisting that we risk our lives in defiance. And just how do you plan on defeating an army of that size?
The size of Cao Cao's army certainly makes it a force to be reckoned with. But numbers can be deceiving. We must first compare the strengths and weaknesses of both sides. Our disadvantage lies primarily in our inferior numbers. But what do we have that we could use to our advantage?
The enemy is far from home, and they are also poorly trained. Most importantly, long boat journeys tend to bring sickness and fatigue.
Precisely so. And that's why we will fight them on the banks of Jing. No matter how imposing a force may be on land, on water, they become a mere jumble of poorly trained soldiers.
You have a point. Well, even a huge army makes for easy prey if its movements are sluggish.
As they will be slow to maneuver, all we need is a strategy to wipe them out before they have time to escape. What we will do is burn their entire fleet to ashes.
So we're to rely on nothing but unconventional tactics and sheer luck? Even if your fire attack were to succeed, how do you know we can win?
War is of course unpredictable, and I do not claim to have the ability to know the outcome of a battle before it is fought. But to consider no outcome but defeat before even taking the field, how is that any different than losing the battle before it even begins? Now, allow me to ask you all in plain words. Which path will you choose? Will you abandon the kingdom of Wu to live carefree lives without ambition? It is true that taking such a path may prolong your lives. You may even live long enough to reclaim your land and pride. But we would not be the ones to fight and die for the cause. That task would fall to none but our own children. Lord Sun Jian, Sun Ce, and all our forefathers. What would they think? Could you justify that choice to them? If you have even one small shred of pride left as retainers of the Sun clan, as the people of Wu, you will rise up, draw your weapons, and fight with all of your strength!
He's right! We must be the ones to protect Wu, no matter how powerful the enemy may be.
You can count me in. I'll honor my ancestors by fighting to the very end, so that my father and Tzu can look down on me with pride.
Those who wish to surrender should do so. That is, if there are any among us that don't mind licking the boots of our enemies.
So we have no option but to fight. However,
This discussion is now over. This is a fight for our lives. A fight for all of the people of Wu, past, present, and future. We must defeat Cao Cao's forces once and for all!
No, I am content with this decision. I was just collecting my thoughts, that's all. Where will this path lead the kingdom of Wu?
Being able to fight alongside famous officers and generals, it's truly an honor.
I have such admiration for this kingdom. I'm sure in most kingdoms the leader gives orders from on high and everyone must obey. But not here. In Wu, no one is forced to serve blindly. We debate the merits of each choice and decide together. It does indeed. I doubt that last meeting would have gone nearly as well as it did without Zhou and the others. But it is rare to see him speak with such passion. Although, I'm sure he was somewhat exaggerating his emotions to inspire everyone. If you really think about it, the best way to get a group of people with different ideals to work together may be to win their hearts. If my father and brother were still alive to see how much Wu and I have changed, I wonder what they would say. Once gone, the dead can never come back to life. Yet, I can't help but wish I had the chance to show them. All that aside, it would be truly pathetic if we were to lose this war, given everything that's happened. I'm counting on you. We will use the unique strength of each of our soldiers to the fullest to achieve victory. That is the way of Wu.
Lord Peng Tong, I know you're in there. Today's the day you're going to hear what I have to say.
Good grief! How's a man to relax with lords of the land barging in uninvited? I am a humble man of little consequence. It doesn't matter how many times you come here. Your problems are none of my concern.
Yes, I know what kind of man you are. But I have a reason for being so persistent in soliciting you to join our side. Lord Peng Tong, your help will be essential to bringing Wu closer to victory. Wu's victory will ensure the safety of the people of Jiangdong, which will in turn make it possible to protect the people of Jing.
Is this your attempt to convince me? Sorry to disappoint, but that won't work on me. All life is precious, but it's not my battle to fight.
I see. Then you have forced my hand. I shall have to rely on my last resort.
Last resort? Well, I'll be damned. So they've got you doing their dirty work for them, have they?
I understand you are good friends with Lord Peng Tong. Please put in a good word for us with him.
I almost feel guilty for causing you to be dragged out here. Oh, if it were anyone but you. I don't think I could ever bring myself to refuse if it meant damaging your reputation. U's leaders are a sinister bunch, aren't they? Fine, I'll help. But just this once.
Lord Pang Tong!
But don't expect me to swear fealty or anything like that. I'm going to do things my way, no matter what.
Everyone says that damn Cao Cao is going to rule this land. How dull.
Sorry to bring you here so late. In the coming battle against Cao Cao, I will need you to play a central role. There is a crucial factor which must go in our favor. I want you to ensure that it does. We were afraid to say it in front of the others, but executing this strategy will be about as difficult as threading a needle on horseback.
Cao Cao is not an enemy that can be defeated without a great deal of luck. Or perhaps even a miracle.
We intend to overwhelm Cao Cao's massive army with fire. But simply starting the fires won't be enough for the plan to work.
At this time of year, the winds of the Yangtze River Basin blow from the west and the north. Cao Cao's forces are attacking from the north, so their ranks extend in the same direction. The wind will blow out our fires before they can spread.
Of course, Cao Cao is well aware of this, and likely plans to position himself to our north. But the peasantry of Jing have informed us that there is a place where the wind blows from the south for a short period at this time of year.
Chibi. They say there are times at night when a southerly wind blows down the cliffs on the southern coast.
We want to take advantage of that brief gust of wind. We'll only get one chance, so we must not waste it. You have a technique for predicting the wind, do you not?
To give this plan any chance of success, we are going to need that technique of yours.
We are currently making the necessary preparations. You don't need to worry about that. Please just focus your energy on predicting the winds. We have you with us now. Your presence here may just be yet another gift from fate. Our fate will be decided at Chibi. We will defeat them if all goes according to plan, but everything depends on us engaging them at that precise location. So in this battle, we will repel the enemy vanguard and lead their main formation to Chibi. I want you all to act as if the final battle has already begun. Proceed with all due caution. Now the battle begins.
The Yangtze's been busy these days, with even more military ships sailing about.
Chibi. If everything goes according to Zhou Yu's plan, we might be able to win. But this is Cao Cao we're going up against here. I suspect he will bring even more troops than we expect. And I'm sure he'll have defectors from Jing advising him as well. We'll be in for a brutal battle if we underestimate them.
You're right. But I can promise you that we will do everything in our power to prevent that from happening. It's good to see you again so soon. Lord Lingtong, I believe this is my first time meeting you. Think nothing of it. It is we who should be thanking you. You've given us a chance to show the realm what we can do.
By the way, I saw your troops training, and I am very impressed. Wu is renowned for its navy, but I've never before witnessed such skill.
We've lived our whole lives by the Yangtze River. I don't think there's any force that can match our skill in naval combat.
Is that so? Well, skill is one thing, but wouldn't you say you're a little short on soldiers?
You mean you didn't know that before coming? That's really not something to be complaining about just before a battle.
Forgive him, Lord Ling Tong. He did not mean to imply that we do not believe in your army's ability to win. But we have faced Lord Cao Cao many times. We are keenly aware how difficult his forces can be to defeat, even under the best of circumstances.
There's nothing to worry about. Numbers aren't everything in battle. Haven't you been fighting long enough to know that? I would have thought it's obvious. Well, just you watch. We'll prove it, once and for all.
You only just joined our side. Don't act like you know everything.
I fought in a lot more battles than you, so I'll say whatever I think needs to be said.
Oh?
What? You got a problem with that?
Wu has such reliable and brave officers in its ranks. This has been true since the days of Lord Sun Jian, but now even more so. I am sure this is all the result of Lord Sun Ce and Lord Sun Quan doing their best to follow in their father's footsteps. You found a great lord to serve. As a friend, I couldn't be happier for you. Well, sorry for interrupting your discussion. We'll be on our way now.
Then make sure you tell them as much.
Yes, sir.
I didn't expect to see you here. Did you need something from me? Oh, nothing especially important. I'm involved in governing the Shunyue, you know. But forget about me. It's almost time to head for the battlefield. You'd best get yourself ready before it's too late.
Did you notice anything unusual about Lord Huanggai just now? To tell you the truth, we've been hearing some very disturbing rumors lately. Someone might be leaking our plans to Cao Cao's forces. I do not wish to accuse him of such a thing, but... Let's begin. Now then.
No.
Yes.
Very good.
Aye.
It is I, Sun Shang, the Bow Maiden.
Don't let me down now. For us to be victorious at Chibi, it is essential that we win here. Proud soldiers of Wu, let us use all of our wit and courage to secure a victory. Take this. First, we will demoralize the enemy, repel their attacks, and push them back.
How exciting to be facing the greatest army in the land. Men, get ready to charge straight into their ranks. Let's get you advance.
All my might!
Go on.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Obliterate you! Got this tag. It's looking rough. Hear the bells and tremble! Standing stands before you!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Charged in with nothing but a handful of troops! I'll take them down myself!
Looking rough.
Wait. It's not over yet.
I see Gan Ning is making an impact. We need to use this momentum to our advantage.
He was simply charging ahead mindlessly. We didn't pay him any heed.
Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
The enemy offensive has been repelled. Advance with the ships. We will make this battle ours. Have the main army attack from the front to get their attention. Our detachment will circumvent the battlefield to strike from behind.
Commence the advance.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Lord Timely. Thus, we humbly ask that you remain safe.
Do not worry. I will take the troops of the Central Plains and demonstrate their prowess as an elite naval force.
Do not forget about the Western Front. Use this opportunity to push further.
Begin the advance.
Our preparations are now complete. Let us set sail! Commence the advance!
We're turning things around, I see. But don't let up. Stay aggressive.
Another frontal attack. Underestimated the strength of our forces. Shoot as one! Do not let them get close! I see you. Shield bearers, get ready! Brace yourselves! We will reach the enemy ships soon enough! All my might! See it
all. The enemy officer has been defeated.
So it was true that the soldiers of Wu excel at naval warfare. We will head out to meet them and break their morale.
We've managed to board without much of a problem. Let's cause some chaos to get their attention.
Rusu! Now it'll get interesting. And this.
Right. We've gotten their attention. Get the detachments to move out. Send the ships out from the east.
Here we go now.
We'll make sure they don't notice our advance. Being inconspicuous is our specialty, after all.
In the advance.
All my might!
Take this!
This what Cao Cao's army is
the
made
enemy
of?
officer.
How disappointing!
Bear witness to Gan Ning, the scoundrel who betrayed Huang Tzu. Surround and overpower him!
The battle is more intense than I anticipated.
Bear witness to
Continue to fight without
the enemy officer has been defeated.
My strength was not enough.
Get ready to go ashore. Looking rough. Then we will head north toward the port.
Attack! Stop them! Do not let them advance!
This is a ferocious team indeed.
You will have to make do without me.
Advance! All of you, follow me! March!
Now is the time for forward momentum.
The enemy officer has been
March
defeated.
forward.
Come. There is little to worry about with your presence here.
Come, I, Xi Huan, shall take you on!
How am I getting cornered? Seriously?
Looking rough. Gotta be quicker than that. Got this. Looking rough. Let's get serious. I know how to get the job done.
With all my might. Got this.
Looking rough.
We gotta be quicker.
I did not think I'd need to rely on this plan, but I guess you never know.
Let's get serious.
They're throwing down boulders. We might be done for now.
All my might.
I wasn't.
The enemy officer.
An excellent display
has
of
been
skill.
defeated.
We shall fight again. Finish him!
I must accept my fate.
Begin the advance. All units, march! Begin the advance!
Let's go. Looking rough. Now. Looking rough. The enemy officer has been defeated.
I can do this all day!
This is it!
Bear witness to my power. All my might.
Looking rough.
Got this.
Okay, that takes care of that. Let us march on.
This is it!
Just don't make enemy officers like they used to.
All my might. Go on.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Looking rough.
Bear witness to my power.
All of you, follow me!
Got this.
March!
Bear witness to my power.
Go!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I shall return after reviewing my strategy.
Your deeds exceed my imagination. Truly a dependable ally.
You ought to quit charging into things!
Let's get serious.
Hey, no!
From this position, we can strike their stronghold from the rear. Launch the ships. Begin the advance.
Hopelessly wounded!
All my might. Bear witness to my passion. Now.
Looking rough.
It's dark!
The end is nigh for you, soldiers of Cao Cao. I will teach you the meaning of peace.
Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Enemies from the north!
Let's go.
Fortune smiles on us! Go! Go! And attack them as one!
Forward march! You've got no chance against me!
We cannot leave our allies in peril. We must assist them immediately.
Proper strategy is the quickest way to victory.
Our hard work has paid off. Finish them!
With a solid stratagem, I challenge you to battle.
Yeah. I knew you'd come to give me a hand.
Here we go.
Looking rough.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Gotta focus for this one. That was a close one. Gotta focus for this one.
I appreciate the assistance. I will atone for my failures in the battles ahead.
No need to thank me, for it is my job to oversee you.
Won't hit me. That was a close one. Behold my true power.
How could I?
I have defeated the enemy officer. I believe in you. I have defeated the enemy officer.
I must say, this was not the outcome I had anticipated. Seems I'll have to do this myself.
Looking rough. Corner Saimao. I will take care of you.
You're not going to like the outcome of this encounter.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take this.
Got you!
And face me! Let's end this!
Failed.
The enemy officer
I failed,
has been defeated.
I shall analyze later. For now, I must pull back.
I shall pull back for now.
The enemy officer
However, we shall meet
has
in
been
battle
defeated.
again.
A striking execution. My eyes find themselves fixated on you in battle.
Time to end this.
You're outshining everyone else.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I had not expected such fierce resistance. We have been well and truly beaten.
Oh, Lord Saimao, I will keep these troops busy.
What? Did we just let Lord Saimao go? It looks like they were talking. Could it be?
We have been victorious in this first battle, but the next will be the decisive one. I am counting on your efforts. Let us head to Chibi, where our fate will be decided!
Let's go.
Zhou Yu's plan were just as expected. Cao Cao's forces could barely move out there. They ended up sinking like rocks.
Don't get too overconfident, or it might be you sinking next time.
As if I'd ever let that happen.
You two spend every free moment arguing with each other.
If you have time to be spouting nonsense, you should use it to prepare for the coming battle.
Yeah, I got it. By the way, where's Huang Gai?
How am I supposed to know? Lord Handong, do you have any ideas?
Huang Gai? Well, he did allow that enemy officer to get away in the last battle. So maybe he doesn't feel like he has the right to celebrate our victory.
I wouldn't worry about him. Besides, we should be getting back.
From what I have gathered, after fleeing the battlefield, Sai Mao was suspected to be a spy, and was summarily executed by Cao Cao.
I see. Good work. You may leave.
Sir.
I will make this clear. In the last battle, we were in communication with the enemy officer, Sai Mao. We had planned from the beginning to engage the enemy forces, then wait for the right moment to steal him away from the battle.
Did you really? I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary.
It is said that to fool the enemy, you must first fool your allies. The only ones who knew about this plan were me, Lord Sun Quan, and Lord Huang Gai, who we had entrusted with the task of contacting Sai Mao. So, Lord Huang Gai, how exactly did Cao Cao become aware of Sai Mao's betrayal? Let me be very clear with you. Lord Huang Gai, I consider you to be the primary suspect in this case.
Wait, Zhou Yu. Why do you believe Huang Gai would do such a thing?
If he has a reason, there is no one who wants to hear it more than me. But I think recent events tell us everything we need to know. Looking back on it now, Lord Huang Gai has acted suspiciously on several occasions recently. He expressed his displeasure with Lord Sun Quan's leadership every chance he had, and treated the Shen Yue the way a king would treat his army. Your heart has strayed from the path of Wu. That is the only conclusion I can draw from all of this, Lord Huang Gai.
Hey, Huang Gai? I always wondered, what was it that Lord Sun Jian had that I did not? If my ancestors had not been driven from their position of power, would I not be the one to rule Jiangdong? And just when I'd had my fill of taking orders from an impotent runt, I discovered a people of my own who treated me with respect I deserve. What's more, Lord Cao Cao has promised to protect my people and grant me dominion over all of the lands of the Shan Yue. What reason could I possibly have to reject such an offer? Tell me, Zhou Yu.
Lord Huang Gai, you are no longer the man who brought me back from the brink of despair after Sun Ce's death. I think it is safe for us to assume as much. Someone execute this traitor immediately!
Lord Zhou Yu, please wait. We are on the edge of a great and decisive battle. Executing Lord Huang Gai now would have dire consequences.
We may be certain of Huang Gai's intent to rebel, but there still is no evidence that he acted on it.
Yeah, so give it some time. For our sake.
Treating such offenses lightly is a crime all its own. However, punishing a man of merit is bound to lower morale among the troops. Give him the lash and lock him away. His fate will be decided after the battle.
Hey, do you think that's how Huang Gai really feels? I just can't bring myself to believe it. He has been a great companion to us all since the days of Lord Sun Jian. Somehow I can't see him growing so arrogant and turning traitor just because the Shen Yue showed him a little respect.
I don't want to believe it either. But now that he has to put those intentions into words, no amount of testimony from us could ever prove his innocence.
You're probably right. But I still trust him. We've been together too long for me to give up on him now.
Ah, it's you. I have nothing more to say on the matter. Even to you, I'm afraid. We cannot lose this battle. The survival of Wu is at stake. It's best that we minimize such grief if we can. Ever since we were children, Sun Ce was a dear friend. I followed him around for nearly my entire life. We played together, we fought together, and we swore to build this kingdom together. I thought that standing behind him in support was my purpose. I always believed it would be that way, until the day I died. But now I am here, leading the vanguard of the Sun clan. I must be the one to clear a path forward for my lord. No matter what it takes, no matter how lonely I may become, I am oath-bound to fulfill that duty. But there are times when that oath starts to feel far too heavy to bear. Listen to me whine. I'm sorry. Push this conversation from your mind. Tomorrow, we will join forces with my lord and take our positions at Chibi. The final battle is upon us at last. You should rest early tonight. If you're fully prepared, there will be no room for regret.